Good afternoon. Today we have the chairman of Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, Mr. Vikas Kaushal, here with us to have a quick chat. It's an honor to have you here, sir. So, first of all, we would love to know what has been at the top of your mind recently at your company, HPCL.
It's a pleasure talking to you on the sidelines of the India Energy Week. This place is full of vibrancy and high energy. So, India Energy Week, so it has to be high on energy. What's on top of my mind? I think in my role, there are often, I would say, you can categorize them into two different parts. One is here and now challenges, and the second is the longer term things. On a short term here and now, we are following an agenda at HPCL on three or four things are key to our short to medium term agenda. First is we are at a fag end of a large capex cycle, so completing the projects on time, ensuring they come on stream. We just announced commissioning of Vizag bottom upgradation project a few weeks ago. That's stabilizing as we speak. In the next few weeks, we are starting the process of commissioning the Barmer refinery. So that's one part. Capital projects, how do we complete them? Second, how do we build in operational efficiencies? Earlier this year, we launched a program called Samriddhi, which is an EBITDA improvement program. We went public with that guidance, gave the analysts a target of 1,000 crores of savings. In the 3 quarters, we've exceeded those savings. So, ensuring these kind of operational efficiencies get built in into the organization, that's a short term, another short to medium term agenda. Third, in this business where a large part of my PNL is actually crude buying, anything to do with crude, how can you optimize, improve, that's the third key agenda. And there are likewise, how do we train our people better? There are a lot of agendas on the people side also. On a longer term agenda, obviously, planning for the next wave of growth, looking at how will an organization like HPCL handle the energy transition? When does it happen? How do you balance the need to grow between in the core oil business versus the renewable business? So those are some of the things which keep your mind occupied.
Okay, that's good to hear. So, you answered based on both short term as well as long term, which is good to know for all of us. And what do you think are the current market conditions which shapes your priorities that you mentioned as of now?
Yeah, I think we all live in a world which is increasingly dynamic, increasingly volatile, whether it is geopolitical events, whether it is climatic events, whether it is changing market forces. I've often said that this kind of volatility is here to stay. It's not as if 2025 was a different year, 2026 is going to be different. The issues of 25 might not be there in 26, but a different set of issues would be there. The key is how do we plan for those? We can't prevent those. So, what is controllable for me, I would think of planning for those. On the market, I would say India is a growing energy demand, rapidly growing. It is one of the biggest consumer of incremental energy globally. So, we are blessed to be in a market where we have these kind of forces at play. How do we position ourselves in that market is definitely something for us to do, but that's on the market side. On the crude side, we've had a relatively, I would say, benign crude environment. It's been last 6 months have been less volatile than the previous 6 month periods. So we hope it continues in that fashion. And if I look at the consumer side, because we are at the end of it one of the largest consumer brands in India, we touch millions and millions of customers every day, whether it is LPG going into homes where we have close to 10 crore customers signed up with us on LPG, and or whether the number of people who go to fuel at our retail outlets. I hope you also fuel at our retail outlets. The customers are changing. They are demanding more agile solution. They are demanding digital solution. They want to pay in different fashion. Look at the retail outlets of the past versus retail outlets of present. They are demanding ambience. So meeting customer expectations also something which all of us have to be gearing up for.
And one question that we had was, as the chairman of HPCL, how are you approaching uncertainty in your planning as of now?
I think that's a great question. For any CEO, there's always a here and now, and there is always a long term. I was asked in a forum some time ago that how do I manage the short term and the long term? Well, whatever you're doing, short term always takes priority in terms of immediacy of the time. So one of the ways of looking at it is whatever is your long-term agenda, what part of the short-term agenda overlaps? That's one. And second, whenever you're taking a short-term action or short-term initiative, does it fit in into your long-term plan? If you're able to do that, then you are able to synchronize both these efforts. When you are running an organization, day-to-day issues always consume a fair amount of time, but I do try to take out some time, even in my schedule, which where we are thinking of future-looking thing. On the weeks running into the results, typically it is less of long-term, but you carve out some time and say, okay, these are the topics I want to look for, which are the long-term topics, and build them into your agenda.
Okay, that's great to know. And finally, what advice would you offer peers navigating similar challenges, just like HPCL?
I think each one of them is doing their own job to their own situation. So I'm no one to offer advice to peers, but I do think with the set of peers I work with, whether they are CEOs of other companies, CXOs, we have a very healthy exchange of ideas, and that's something I would want to continue. I would encourage everybody to continue because in this emerging eras, nobody has all the answers by himself or herself, and nobody can navigate all the situations by themselves. So, collaboration is the key, whether it is in terms of physical collaboration of goods and services at times, or at least collaboration of ideas. So, we do it all the time. I hope to do it more going forward also.
So, thank you so much for your wonderful insights.